Good evening, madam.
Good evening, sir.
How are you?
I'm very good. Apart from Corona, I'm very good.
For all my viewers, let me introduce you. Uh, Madam is Dr. Jyoti Malik, and she is director of JJ Institute of Medical Sciences and Roots IVF in Bahadurgarh. And she is holding multiple posts in multiple societies. She is secretary of Haryana Association of Obstetricians and Gynecologists, and she is also secretary of DGF, that is Delhi Gynaec Forum, Delhi Outer West Branch, and she is vice chairman of Haryana ISAR. So welcome, ma'am, to this web meeting.
Thank you so much, sir. Actually, you being the medico-legal consultant, it is my pleasure to join you and sort out various problems that we infertility specialists normally, most of us encounter.
Right.
And on this, we have, with this background, I would like to ask you a question.
Yeah.
See, we do a lot of counseling to these infertility patients.
Okay.
The treatment is very costly. The medicines in gonadotrophins are very costly. In spite of we giving whatever concession that we can give on our behalf, but still they have to pay out a lot from their pocket. And the treatment does not promise them a baby. There is no guarantee of success. And depending on her age, the success rates vary. So even after a very rigorous counseling sessions by our counselors, by the treating infertility specialist, and keeping them in loop at each and every step, right from the time of induction till the time of pickup, how many eggs we have received, what are the embryos quality formed, and in spite of telling them, maybe because of a little difference in the educational status or their understanding, also they still feel that they will become pregnant. But suppose they become pregnant, it is good. But when they do not get pregnant, they are very much disturbed emotionally, financially, and then somehow they fires back at us, and then they say that they wanted expected a positive result, why it was not given, and also that since the pregnancy has not happened, so they want their money back. So how do we take this in our stride, and what are the medico-legal issues that can happen, and how do we handle such counseling, different kinds? What are the different kinds of counseling?
Very nice, madam. And I also understand your worries for the fraternity and who are practicing infertility, because this is a very common problem everywhere, everybody is facing. So see, there are basically three kinds of counselings. One is medical counseling, second is financial counseling, and third is psychological counseling. So to understand that, in medical counseling, we are supposed to inform patient, or rather give adequate information to the patient regarding what is the purpose of the treatment, what is the procedure you are going to do exactly. You have to explain that what you will do. Third thing, you have to explain the alternatives available to the patient. Then fourth thing important is you are supposed to give them a success rate clearly on paper, that what are the success rate and what are the failure rates. So that rates maybe you can give of your institution, you can give that national, what is the national success rate and what is the international success rate. So you have to explain it in details. And then risk of procedure and risk of not undergoing procedure. So these are the 6 things which are to be explained in medical counseling. Now regarding financial counseling, you have to explain everything in breakage. So what will be the amount of medicine, what will be the amount of procedure, what will be the amount of freezing, what will be the amount of hospital stay or operations. So you have to give a breakage of whatever expenditure you expect. And simultaneously, after giving this breakage, you have to explain at every stage that there may be extra expenditure over and above this if condition will demand. So at that time we will explain you. So if such kind of thing happens. Third thing, psychological counseling, that is optional, and whenever you feel that patient requires, particularly it is mandatory in surrogacy patient. But other than surrogacy, if in infertility patient you want to give psychological counseling, then it should be given by the psychologist. So MSc psychology person should be there, psychologist should be there, and psychologist should give the psychological counseling to the infertility patient. So these are the three kinds of counseling. Now, counseling is important, but documentation of counseling is more important. So whatever you have explained is not important. Court will never believe it that you have explained everything to the patient. So whatever you have explained to the patient, that should be put in writing on paper, and on that paper, the person who has counseled and the person who has been counseled, means patient as well as doctor or counselor, should sign. Medical counseling should be done ideally by the doctor. Financial counseling can be done by any person who knows what are the financial consequences or deputed the duty as a financial counselor. And psychological counseling should be done by the psychologist. So these are the three kinds of counseling, and documentation of counseling plays the major role. So if you have documented everything properly, then if after negative result patient demands money back, then you can definitely show them the paper that, see, I have explained you everything in detail. The success rates were also explained, and you can very well explain to the patient. Now, where this problem arises, usually in a few institutions, we have seen that they are casually giving over expectations to the patient. So they do not explain reality to the patient. They say that हमारे यहाँ तो जो आता है बच्चा लेके ही जाता है. So if that kind of expectation, if you give, then that creates the problem. So in infertility, you should never give over expectation, and you should explain the success rate or failure rate in advance in a written format, so that no problem can arise later on.
Very good, sir. I never, in fact, we have, what do you say, the financial counseling, any counselor, any person, suppose our accounts person can do that?
Yes, yes. I mean, anybody who has knowledge of different kinds of packages in your hospital or different kinds of financial transactions in your hospital. So whatever strategy you have maintained, the person who knows everything regarding those packages and strategies of finances, that person can definitely give financial counseling.
Right. So what I understand is that the medical counseling, the infertility specialist can do the medical counseling.
Yes.
Then the psychological counseling, a psychologist, the MSc psychology should be doing.
Yes.
And the financial counseling, any person, whoever you have allocated, maybe your receptionist or a accounts department person can do. And all these things, we have to have all different, they can be documented on the same very paper, or maybe we can have all three papers put in together in the file, and that can serve us when in the times of need.
Right.
So thank you so much, sir. We have been doing this, but we were not very sure how, I mean, it is how it has to be done so very perfectly. So maybe that is the problem. We assume that we have done it, but we don't still do it so very accurately. So thank you so much for giving us this insight into the story which we are dealing with day in, day out. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, madam. Okay.